gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the 49ers and the Jags, next on Madden NFL 25.
With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now Purdy. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with ETN. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. That is caught. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. 1st and goal from the 6. Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Gets this one to use check. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came
Still
out.
first down.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They go play action here, Purdy. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Purdy now to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Nifty move. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big mess.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And running with power here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll find Gabriel Davis. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars' first down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Second down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And they'll go again with ETN. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the gun, Bigsby. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20 as they've got it as we resume action. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 11-yard line.
Duvernay in motion. Now a handoff to Bigsby. Able to power through, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Bigsby is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having been sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Eric Armstead drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, we saw plenty of throws like this in Columbus last year. He's got his guys a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And this one complete to Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, it's Wentz. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 50-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here now, 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 4. To the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Here's Bigsby. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now back to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From a yard out, And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing his Wentz. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw is Wentz. That is caught, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that one too wide and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Handoff here, Garendo. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 8. Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the carry, Bigsby. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Touchdown! Brenton Strange ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jags have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now Wentz. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Garendo on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Wentz now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Throwing now is Wentz. That's complete to Pearsall. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Wentz to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. A run here with Bigsby. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And Bigsby once more. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. But now he appears to be in some pain. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Robinson up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Patterson's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now Wentz. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for our entire crew, alongside...